Hey there, thanks for listening and welcome to the Marketing Matchmaker podcast. If you're looking to grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact, all while staying true to who you are and the people you serve, this is the show for you. I'm Jennifer Tamborski, digital marketing strategist, fractional CMO, and founder of Virtual Marketing Experts. My team and I work with 6- and 7-figure coaches, consultants, and online entrepreneurs who are tired of playing the guru game of one-size-fits-all marketing. They're ready to create a business and marketing strategy that actually builds relationships with their ideal clients, creates massive shifts in their business, and rapidly increases their revenue. As your marketing matchmaker, I'm going to help you find the perfect marketing match for you. This show will teach you how to reach your ideal client, connect with your audience, build that perfect relationship, and generate more revenue. All through a process I like to call dating your ideal client. Now let's go have some fun. Hey there, welcome back to Marketing Matchmaker. So we have been talking about, so far this year, about going back to the basics when it comes to your marketing. It's really important sometimes to strip out all of the things, right? When we're talking about our business and get back to the nitty-gritty of what it is that you really need in order to grow your business. So last week's episode was about lead generation and how to use paid traffic to get lead generation, the process and the stages to go through when it comes to your paid traffic. So if you haven't listened to that episode, I would encourage you to head back there. All of that being said, we are sticking to the lead generation theme and the back to basics theme. So stripping down your marketing to the essentials of what it is you need to really grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact. The thing about marketing is that it is not a difficult process. It doesn't have to be complicated. There is a very simple way to really market your business to your ideal clients. And embracing that will really make marketing feel less scary and more accessible for you. In our business, we have a process that I like to call dating your ideal client. Why do I call it that? Well, here's the reality. Marketing is scary for some people. There are terms people don't understand. There are processes people don't understand. And so the idea of marketing their business can be scary. When you can correlate marketing to what it really is, which is relationship building, you're better able to understand the process and work through it. So the dating your ideal client process is all about taking the offline version of dating, that one where we've all been through, that we're going to look for our partner in life, taking that process and really kind of looking at it from a systematic way and looking at the different stages of dating and how that can correlate to your marketing and relationship building in your marketing. So I focus marketing all on building relationships. And I do that because people in general do not buy a product or a service. They buy the person that's selling it. So if you think about even the big brands, McDonald's or Amazon or Walmart or whatever, when you're thinking about their brand development, the reason that they use celebrities to push their brand is because it's somebody that we already know, right? In that kind of nebulous term, but we know who they are on site. We know this person does this or that or whatever their thing is. We know who they are. We already mostly like them. And because we know and like them, we trust what they say or whatever product they're promoting. Honestly, that's how influencers make money, right? They promote products to their audience because they've developed a relationship with that audience and have already gotten that know, like, and trust established. So they can turn around and sell that pair of jeans or whatever the product is that they're selling. Big brands do the same thing. It's all about creating something that people connect with and building that know, like, and trust so that they then turn around and buy the product, service, or solution and become long-term clients. Because let's be honest, in business, it is fabulous to continually bring in new clients. We all love that. And it's taking care of our current clients and really having that amazing customer service that's going to help establish that client for the long term. We want clients to come back to us every time we sell something, or we want them to want to stay for that next level, whatever that is for your business. As a coach, a lot of coaching packages start with one thing and can evolve into multiple different avenues for someone to work with you. And that is how we really want to develop our client journey so that they continue to come back to us and they continue to want to work with us. When it comes to dating your ideal client, we break it down into the same steps that we would if we were actually looking for a partner. So the first stage is the introduction stage. You know, when you're dating or looking to date somebody, that is the first stage of dating. It's finding that person that you're attracted to or you're interested in, introducing yourself to them, and starting a conversation. When it comes to your marketing, the introduction phase really should stem around three key things. First, who is your ideal client? Really understanding who they are, understanding what their problem is, understanding how it is that you solve that problem for them is the key to really being able to connect with them. The second is your messaging, really understanding what it is your ideal client needs to hear, see, or do in order to be ready to work with you. Helps to establish that connection with your ideal client. And the last one is really finding the strategies that are going to work for you as a business owner and, more importantly, for your ideal client. How is it that they are going to connect with you and move through your customer journey? It's really about developing that customer journey. And like I said in the last episode about the 3 stages of creating successful paid traffic, it's the same idea. How are you going to build awareness? How are you going to connect with them? And how are you going to get them to make a decision to buy from you? So when we're looking at those strategies, there are things that we do want to establish, and that's our key performance indicators. That really means, what are our benchmarks that prove that this campaign is successful? I know a lot of people think about a campaign and their immediate response is, well, my campaign's successful if I make money. That's kind of nebulous, right? Because if you run a campaign and you spend $100 and you make $102, you made money. But was it a successful campaign? Was that really a successful business practice in order to make money? So really understanding what those benchmarks are, right? What are the pieces that tell you whether or not your campaign is successful? What are the averages if you don't know your particular industry? What are the industry averages that you can use to establish that? So is $15 a lead good for your industry? Maybe, or maybe $5 or $2 or 50 cents is a good established benchmark. However, if you think in your mind that 50 cents is a great benchmark for a lead and industry average is really $15, you're going to look at that marketing campaign as a complete failure every time. So really understanding what the industry average is for your business, if you don't have the data from past marketing campaigns to back up those KPIs. And establishing your benchmarks from that point is a great starting point. Also, understanding that $15 a lead is maybe industry standard, but if your product is $30, that's not a great campaign. That's not going to make you money. However, if $15 a lead is a good standard and your product is $1,500 and that lead turns into a purchase, that's a great ROI. So it's really understanding every step of that process and knowing what the benchmarks are that you need to hit. Also, when you're looking at your marketing strategies, you want to know how it is that your ideal client is going to connect with you, right? So there are a couple of options when you're connecting with your ideal client. There's online, so organic social media or paid traffic. Those are really your two online sources to bring leads into it. So understanding where your clients are hanging out online, if they are hanging out online. Offline, you have things like networking and referrals from current clients. Those kind of things are offline that really help to grow your business that way. Knowing where your clients are and how you're going to reach them is a critical step in the introduction phase. Because if you don't know where they're at, and let's say you start running a marketing campaign on Twitter, but all of your people hang out on Instagram, it's not going to be successful for you, right? So understanding where you need to be is crucial. The second phase leads into flirting, right? This is all about building that communication. Just like in last week's episode when we were talking about content development and really batching your content, this helps to deliver that content to warm up your audience, to get them aware of who you are, what you do, who you serve, and sometimes to help them make decisions on whether or not they need or want your product, service, or solution. So using this phase to establish your content and connect with your audience is super crucial. Also, understanding what your audience needs for content, right? Are they readers? Do they prefer video? Are they podcasters? How are they going to consume your content? Will really help you to connect with your audience and start to warm them up and build them into a following. And a following leads to leads, and leads leads to sales, and sales leads to revenue. So stage 3 is the dating process. This is where we take our potential clients, our audience, offline in the social media world, so off social media, or out of networking, or however else, podcasting, however else it is that you're connecting with them, and get them into our email list. And we do this because we control our email list. So let's be honest. I know you've seen it. So many people, especially on Facebook, get their entire accounts taken away for whatever reason. Sometimes it's valid, sometimes it's just random. And when that happens, they lose all of their connections. If you move all of those connections offline and into your email marketing, that will keep it so that if that happens, you still get to connect with them and teach them and grow with them and lead them through your customer journey. Also, it qualifies your lead. And I think this is something that people kind of forget. When someone signs up for your lead magnet, when they give you their email address, it really does qualify that they are interested in learning more about you. It gives you that green light to really give them the content they need in order to help them decide to lead to the next step, which is commitment, right? To help them decide to buy from you. So moving them from stranger, cold audience, warming them up, and really moving them onto your email list allows you to share that content with them at any time, in any way, and connect with them in a way that they need to hear. I actually have a client who we have looked at his social media more as lead generation, right? So we run Facebook ads to bring leads onto his email list. And then from the email list, we nurture the email list and he sells directly into that email list. And he's working right now on the sales pitch, the webinar that he shares to the email list. Some months is very engaging and interactive and that kind of thing. And some months he's really calling people out on, what it is that they need. He's being a little more aggressive about, hey, you need to sign up for this service. And we're working on kind of figuring out what his audience works best with. Right now, they kind of do both. The whole point of me saying that is when you're able to deliver the message to your ideal clients in a way they need to hear at the timing they need, they're able to really step into that next step of the process, which is commitment. And this, my friends, is where we're all looking to hit. It's where people are buying. So when we think about that, we want to look at our customer journey and figure out how it is, what are the best steps for our ideal clients to get to that commitment phase? What do they need to hear, see, or do, or learn before they're ready to buy? At the commitment phase, we want to use every resource available to us in order to move them through to that purchase. Because the honest thing is if you are the best at what you do, then allowing people to not take you up on your service is really a disservice. So we really want to make sure that in that commitment phase, we are really clear about who wants to work with us, who do we help the most, and helping them to understand that because we are the best at what we do, this is the best product, service, or solution to serve their problem. Using things like our emails and ads to retarget people really can help to connect with them. And also reusing content or creating content just for this phase is super important so that people can get connected to that next step to really be able to commit with you. The last step in the dating your ideal client is keeping the romance alive. And just like in the real world, where when we're committed to someone, we can often lose track of that relationship, we want to avoid doing that in our business. We really want to be able to provide that customer service and that connection with our ideal clients so that they come back to us time and time again. And more importantly, they refer us to everyone they know that has the problem that we solve. The keeping the romance alive phase is just as important as the introduction phase, right? It is just as important as every other phase in your marketing because it really is about creating and building on the relationship that you've brought in. Honestly, it is much easier to sell to someone who has already bought from you, already knows you, already loves you. They're ready to buy whatever that next product, service, or solution is, than it is to continually to bring in leads and sell to them. Now, you should absolutely always be bringing in leads and always selling to those leads so that you can continue to grow. However, as a coach and a business owner, oftentimes we have the next step, right? The first step is to solve whatever that one problem is, and the next step is to continue to help them move through whatever their product problems are. So really understanding that keeping the romance alive is super important. Having that high-end onboarding, whatever it is that your ideal client needs in order to feel well taken care of is incredibly important. And that, my friends, is the Dating Your Ideal Client guide. This is really stripping down your marketing, right? Understanding who you serve, how you're going to serve them, and what message it is they need in order to be ready to take that next step. This is what helps you with quality lead generation, which is what's going to end up helping you grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact. If you are currently struggling with lead generation, we would love to help you. Hop on yourmarketingmatchmaker.com and schedule a free discovery call with us. Let's see if we can help you to really grow in 2022. Thank you for listening to the Marketing Matchmaker podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, I would love to hear your feedback. Please head over to iTunes and leave a review so we can hear from you. And if you are a coach, consultant, or online course creator who are looking to grow your business, increase your income, and scale your impact, connect with me at yourmarketingmatchmaker.com. I look forward to hearing from you.